The project LifeWerx started with a grant from Rockwell Collins inside what's known as the Software Engineering Research Center. The Software Engineering Research Center, otherwise known as SERC, is a National Science Foundation, industry, university, cooperative research center involving industry and government affiliates from around the country, as well as some affiliates and some relationships in Europe. Rockwell Collins is one of these affiliates. They've been with us for about 2.5 years now. And one of their more exciting projects is one called LifeWerx, which allows people to work in a virtual environment. And they felt this was really important because they had several issues they had to address. Everything from anonymity among people in the same room who may not be fully willing to speak their mind in front of their boss, to sharing different kinds of concepts openly, to working with people from other distant locations. Rockwell Collins is an international company. They have sites in Europe and Asia as well as in the United States. And so we came up with the idea of setting up a virtual workplace, a place to work in a virtual world that could have security as well as avatars with certain characteristics which would identify who they are to some point. In other words, maybe their skill sets, their skill profiles, the projects they might be working on, and yet have the anonymity that Rockwell Collins was looking for. Starting with an open source environment from Sun Microsystems, actually Sun Labs, called Wonderland version 0.4, and from there we added on various components that satisfy the needs for Rockwell Collins.
So as we define it, desktop sharing is sort of a, could you come over here and take a look at this sort of use case where you've got two people that are working together on some project. It could be something in Microsoft Word, it could be something in Excel, it could be a PowerPoint presentation, it could be code, basically anything you could have on a desktop. And you run into some snag or something where you need the other person's input. Right now you kind of wander over their office, say, hey, can you come over here and take a look at this? They look over there and you figure it out from there. With this, what we're saying is, what if they're across the country? What if they're on another continent? Desktop sharing as we envision it, we could still do that sort of interaction where you're having them come over and look at it and give you a hand without having the issue of having to be in the same office.
Second Life, in its earliest sense, was one where you could not control all the information. It could not be held within your firewall. It would have to be sent out to a server somewhere else. And that was the biggest problem with that environment. Second Life, it has a new version now called the Second Life Enterprise, which has a hefty price tag for the use and the same kinds of features we're looking at in LifeWerx. And so we feel that this is a viable alternative for companies looking to share information in a secure environment.
I hope that it's going to grow further and that we have a chance to customize it and customize it actually for even the Software Engineering Research Center. I hope to use this project within my own class. For my software development class, I'm teaching the graduate software engineering class. And we're hopefully going to use part of or LifeWerx and have them develop an app for it. So they'll get experience in developing applications for the virtual world.